I sat in grief. I drank the poison my children gave me.
I didn't have much time kept on this world. I know what they wanted. It was my inheritance. But I had a secret that would change their lives forever. The Kipley family was known for its grace. A family of 5 children, Evan, Salma, Judah, Mona, and little Elias, born to the revered Thomas Kipley, a retired surgeon turned philanthropist. His mansion sat on the cliff's edge, overlooking the sea, where birthday candles had been blown out, quarrels buried, and memories etched into time. But everything changed the day Thomas Kipley died. The air inside the Kipley family's mourning hall was dense, charged with whispers and the silent weight of old resentments. Velvet curtains muffled the sunlight, casting long shadows on polished wood floors. 5 siblings entered. Evan, Salma, Judah, Mona, and Ilyasand sat in stiff silence, eyes flicking toward each other but never truly meeting. Not with trust, not anymore. Evan leaned forward, brows furrowed. Elias, you were the last one to speak with father. What did he say? Elias looked down at his hands. You should have stayed with him longer, Evan barked. I wouldn't be here wondering what I missed, Salma snapped. Can you both shut up? Dad's barely cold in that box, and you're already biting at each other's throats, Judah snorted. Don't play the saint. Salma, you hounded him for money every week to save your failing business. Do you think this is grief? No. You're here for the will, and you aren't, Mona asked bitterly. We're all here for it, but at least have the decency not to tear each other apart in front of mourners. Evan rose from his seat, walked to the coffin, and placed a single lily gently beside his father's still hand. His jaw was clenched. His gesture said goodbye. But his heart hadn't. He returned and sat, facing the lawyer. After the prayers were said and the final hymn faded, Mr. Kavan, their father's longtime attorney, stood solemnly and cleared his throat. Mr. Thomas Kipley made an unusual request, he began. He asked that his will be read. Before his burial, Evan stood abruptly. Absolutely not. This isn't right. We should honor him first. This isn't how things are done.
Kavan looked down at the parchment. I'm afraid it's exactly how he wanted it. And you needn't worry. There's nothing left to divide. The room fell silent. What do you mean? Salma asked, her voice sharpened with disbelief. Kavan inhaled slowly. Mr. Kipley donated all of his remaining wealth to orphanages and child welfare charities. Salma shot to her feet. What? How dare he? Her voice cracked. He left me, his daughter, with a collapsing company and gave his money to strangers? Judah pushed back his chair. You pushed him. Week after week. You drained him of love and kindness for spreadsheets and salvage plans. Maybe this was his way of saving others from you. The mourners whispered from the corners of the room, shaking their heads. Ungrateful. Entitled. Ashamed to his memory. Mona, who earlier had preached respect for the dead, now moved stiffly toward the coffin. She stared at Thomas Kipley's face, serene, unspeaking, and tossed her flower directly onto his chest. He didn't deserve to be a father, she muttered. Then she turned, walked away. The others followed. Evan muttered curses under his breath. I don't care if he rots in that box. We're done, but the lawyer raised a trembling hand. Please wait. There's something else, something more. No, Salma barked. We're done with your papers. Judah shook his head. There's nothing he could say that matters anymore. Kavan hesitated, then read, to Evan, Salma, Judah, Mona, Elias. I know what you felt when I gave my wealth away. I know the bitterness blooming in your hearts. But there's a truth I must leave behind. None of you are mine. Not by blood. Your mother, God rest her soul, was in love with another. Our gardener, Samuel. I discovered her secret after Elias was born. I said nothing. You were all still children. I chose love over betrayal. I chose fatherhood over revenge. I gave you my name, my home, my legacy. Not because you were mine, but because you deserved a life better than the one fate gave you. I was never your biological father, but I was the man who stood by you always. The hall was deathly quiet. The lawyer continued to read. The truth is, I've known for some time now. What the four of you, except Elias, have been doing. The teas, the drinks you offered me, laced with poison. I accepted them, not out of ignorance, but because I no longer feared the end. You see, I had cancer, the pain of treatment, the thought of enduring more procedures, more needles, more loneliness surrounded by hollow gestures. It didn't feel worth it. My life, despite all the wealth and titles, had turned into something quietly unbearable. And when you gave me a path to escape it, I chose to follow.
The truth is, I have evidence of everything, written and recordings of what you have been doing. I wasn't blind. I wasn't as frail as you thought. I only let go because the truth had already broken me, long before your cups did. You will poison the society if I just let you be. If left unchecked, the world does not need that kind of legacy. Still, despite everything, I love you. In the way a dying man remembers laughter echoing in the hallway. In the way I once believed family meant something unshakable. Take this as my final truth. Salma lowered herself into a chair, shaking. Evan's expression was blank, like a man trying to redraw the map of his memories. Judah stared at the floor, lips trembling. Mona sank to her knees beside the coffin, sobbing softly. Elias whispered, "He never told me." Cavan folded the letter. "He didn't have to. He was your father. And sometimes, love makes a better parent than blood ever could." Evan shot up from his chair. "What the hell is this?" Judah backed against the wall, whispering, "He's lying." "He has to be." Salma stared at her lap, blinking fast. "Mom never told us." She never said anything. The car door slammed shut. The sirens faded as the four siblings, Evan, Salma, Judah, and Mona, were taken away. The street emptied slowly, and the crowd began to scatter. Elias stood still. He didn't cry. He didn't speak. He just looked ahead, as if waiting for someone to explain what had just happened. But no one did. A breeze moved past him, but Elias didn't flinch. He just stood there, not out of shock, but because he didn't know where else to go. It is always said, villains are not born but created. Share your favorite twist or your theory before the reveal. Drop a heart for the old man. Subscribe for more shadow-drenched stories from Mimistories, 256. The Name Thief, thriller narration, mystery story, dark tales, supernatural drama, fiction series, and Mimistories, 256. Storytime thriller, identity twist.